Palacio was sued for defamation by President Rafael Correa. The case, denounced by freedom of the press advocates in Ecuador, ended with a 3-year jail sentence for Palacio and a $40 million fine against the columnist's newspaper, El Universo. Palacio was granted asylum in the United States last year.
But government officials say the law was necessary because here in Ecuador, traditionally, the media have been concentrated in the hands of a few companies. Those companies, they say, have not served the people or democracy well.
Es una ley con el carácter de orgánico.
Romel Jurado is a constitutional attorney who was involved in drafting the media law. He says there's no double standard because the legislation wouldn't punish cases where whistleblowers were protecting the interests of the people.
The cases of Assange and Snowden are different. They have to do with international relations and the concept of assisting somebody when there's a belief that what he has done ratifies justice and it's not a violation of our rights.
Correa's government has launched new government TV and radio stations in what officials say is an effort to better inform and represent the people. But journalists fear the new law marks the beginning of an era where freedom of expression is tolerated only as long as it doesn't interfere with government interests. Rafael Romo, CNN, Quito.
Now, before Twitter, before texting, and even before telephone, there was the telegram now. India's state-run telegram service that once connected millions across the country has closed its doors after 163 years of operations. Samima Udas has more.
56-year-old Om Dutt is a man in a hurry. In his pouch, dozens of telegrams to deliver. Even in searing temperatures and monsoon rains, he cycles from one part of Delhi to another. Telegrams are a great way to communicate, he says. Everybody can send one, whether he's illiterate or literate, rich or poor. Dutt works as a messenger for the 163-year-old Indian Telegraph Service, which is now winding up forever. Under the colonial arches in New Delhi, nostalgia lingers. Scenes reminiscent of a different time.
For A, gar got. B के लिए
for B,
got gar gar gar. C के लिए
for C,
got gar got.
R.K. Goyal explains how he used to translate sounds into words using the Morse code. Goyal joined the telegraph service 39 years ago. It was his dream, proud to be the messenger of important events.
In villages, people would wait anxiously, wondering what news each telegram brings. Happy news, sad news, if someone has had a son, if someone has died.
In its heyday in the 1980s, tens of thousands of employees used to type away on 24-hour shifts, sending and receiving some 600,000 telegrams a day. Since the arrival of mobile phones and email, though, demand has dwindled. Many of the telegrams today, citizen complaints. Fourth reminder, sixth reminder, these are all telegrams addressed to the President of India requesting him not to stop the service. This one they've just received from a faraway state says, you may increase the cost, but please do not discontinue the telegram services. Authorities say with more than $20 million in losses every year, it's financially unviable. In its last few days, the wistful keep streaming in. You have so many options. You've got email, you've got mobile phones, you've got Skype, Viber. Why are you sending a telegram?
I was so keen on being able to send one at least just to know what it was like.
Rosalind De Mello has never sent a telegram before. But as she completes the last chapter of her first novel, De Mello marks the occasion by submitting it as a telegram. And when every word counts, a new sense of meaning emerges.
The very fact that you have to put each word into a different column, and obviously because you're paying for each word, there's a sense of value that each word has.
This particular telegram did not come cheap, but for the sake of history and a book, it's worth every penny. Samima Udas, CNN, New Delhi.
We'll now take a second break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's now time for the weather report from the Central Forecast Office.
The source assures us of a continuous flow, and from there, everything follows. And for those of us who know what the River Gambia stands for, understanding its sustainability in all aspects of life is easily confirmed. The River Gambia provides nutritious delicacies as food, while it provides its wildlife a balanced ecosystem. This river, as a sanctuary, is committed to its inhabitants' needs without season. And as you travel along, all these values are replicated in one company, Elton. Just like the River Gambia, leads in its commitment to values that matter most. Elton, championing the vision for a new generation.
Hello and welcome to the weather segment, beginning with a summary of the weather due the day today, followed by our forecast. It was generally warm and cloudy. Rain affected parts of the country, with Yindum recording 0.2 millimeters of rain, and trace was recorded over Basse. For what will follow, let's start with a look at the satellite image captured at 16:30 hours, indicating the emergence of rain-bearing clouds sprouting over the central part of the continent, extending to the Senegambia area. The north and the southern areas were generally dry and stable during the period. For our forecast tonight, we are expecting conditions over the Gambia to be partly cloudy, humid but stable. Tomorrow morning will start with a partly cloudy atmosphere. It will also be warm, and the chances of rain, showers and thunder activities later in the day. Winds will continue to be southwesterly in orientation, with generally light to moderate in speed. The morning temperature values will be 21 degrees Celsius over the Greater Banjul area, with the West Coast region, North Bank region recording 25 degrees Celsius. We are expecting the same temperatures over Lower River and the Central River region. Upper River region will record 24 degrees Celsius tomorrow morning. Top temperatures will be 31 degrees Celsius over Banjul. We are expecting 33 degrees Celsius over the West Coast region, the North Bank area, and also over the Lower River, the Central River region rather. The Lower River region will record 34 degrees Celsius, and the Upper River region will record 32 degrees Celsius. We are expecting wave heights of 0.6 meters at 4 minutes past 9 o'clock in the morning and 0.5 meters at 9:47 p.m. High tides will be 1.4 meters at 2:56 a.m. rather, and 1.5 meters at 8 minutes past 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the sun will rise at 6:42 and will set at 19:34. Thank you and good night.
And before we go, a reminder of our headlines. Mauritanians residing in the Gambia have donated cash amounting to $200,000 and basic food items valued at over $150,000 to the Gambian leader. The Rotary Club of Fajara has commissioned a $3 million water project earmarked for 9 communities in the Central and Lower River regions. Syrian opposition groups have leveled fresh allegations of ethnic cleansing against President Bashar al-Assad against the backdrop of intense efforts by loyalist forces to flush out rebel fighters from the fringes of the capital Damascus. And there is no end in sight to the ordeal of the fugitive former U.S. intelligence analyst Edward Snowden, who remains holed up in the transit area of Moscow airport. That brings us to the end of the news. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned and enjoy a range of interesting programs.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mbokk yi ñu ngi leen sant di leen xamal ne Gambia Radio Television Services dina ak seen programme bi nga xamante ne ñu ko waxtaan programme bi nag dañ ko jagleel weeri koor bi pour dem génna gisante ak imam yi fi Gambia bi yëpp waxtaan ak